Hi, everybody, and welcome to this course. My intention with this course is to make you more comfortable with drawing, with your own drawing. This is something that what I've seen in my students is that they are really scared to make a mess of their drawing. So I hope this class is going to be a messy class. I just want you to have fun here. So we are going to explore a technique in which you're going to use a ball pen. So no pencils. I just don't want you to have any possibility to erase. I want you to be free to just make a mess out of your drawing. That's how you're going to learn to draw best. So doodling is something that you do, for example, when you talk on the phone or when you watch your TV show if you're not on the phone. And I'm going to start here with doodling, just anything. Just, when you mindless doodle. And what happens is that my hand, maybe your hand is going to draw a triangle, but my hand usually draws a sphere. I have no idea why. So follow me in here just to give it a try and draw a sphere as I do. And I'm not going to draw neat lines. I'm just going to draw very messy lines, as if you're doodling something. So when you have this sphere, we are going to play around and create interesting characters based on the doodles. And we will come up with details every time we do something. So we'll just add up an extra step. This is really nice to break your rigidness of and fear basically that you're going to mess up, because the main goal of this class is to mess up. So you cannot be messing up, because that's how you succeed. So on this sphere, let's draw a character. Let's start thinking of something and add a feature. So I'm going to have this character look this way. So I'm going to just draw a helpline. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know that we do a helpline where the face is going to split into halves. And that's how we design perspective. We create perspective. So I'm just guideline to see maybe this character is going to be looking this way. And I'm going to draw maybe a large nose. Let's try it with this. I'm just going to draw a nose, and I have no idea what nose I'm going to do. So I'm just like funny nose sticking out. And every step, and whatever I've drawn in here, it's going to give me hints who this character could be. And I'm just going to on screen play around with these characters and brainstorm basically who those characters could be, to give you an idea how a creative process could be easy for you and light. So this character kind of looked to me like a cartoony character, so I'm going to draw two eyes on each side of this sphere. So I'm just going to draw another two spheres. And here I'm using my knowledge of how to draw cartoony characters, and cartoony characters usually have cross-eyed. That's because children, when they are cross-eyed, when they are small, their pupils in their eyes are really large, because our pupils kind of remain the same throughout our lives. But our eyes get bigger, so they look like cross-eyed and they look cute. That's why cartoony characters have this cross-eyed look, but they just look cute, they don't look cross-eyed. So I'm going to design this kind of I don't know what it is. It's animal. Let's play around. Let's give them an eyebrows. And while you're drawing, you can think of who this character is, who its personality is. Now it's like cute. Let's draw something exaggerated here, and without even knowing what the mouth is going to be, let's give him some large front teeth. And you don't have to look for anatomy, you don't have to do anything, you just have to play around. And so now let's give him a mouth here, an open, happy mouth, and maybe some cheeks. Cheeks usually are signified by a line used straight over the mouth. And maybe we'll just enlarge the cheeks over here. And maybe just add some more cheeks here. And let's add a mouth like shade with dark, so you can see that it's a darker space, that there is a mouth here. We still don't know who this character is. Now it's like taking shape. It's a weird character. And now let's add a chin maybe. And now let's build on the personality of this character. And later on, we are going to make a whole story around it. So don't be too caught on whatever you do right, you do wrong, do it your own way, just mess up your own way. That is basically the purpose of that. And I'm going to give this character a nose like a fox, because it does look like a fox to me. So I'm going to make it to a fox, or just give it a trait that looks like a fox or something. And some dots where the whiskers can be. And what else can I do? I'm going to give it big ears, because now I explore the fox kind of thing. I mean, we didn't start with that. But when you choose a character, then you maybe want to give him traits that such character has, like big ears. And I'm going to exaggerate them. And cartoony characters are always exaggerated. And it can be maybe a mythical creature. It doesn't have to be really a fox creature. It can have horns, or he has, you know, whatever hair you want. Just play around with your imagination. And as you see, I'm messing it up. I don't erase on purpose. And this can feel scary, because you are really used to do, you know, having your eraser, you want to have a proper drawing and all. So I'm kind of like getting an idea of this box being maybe a chef somewhere. So I just got this idea. I don't know why. Usually ideas come up like that. They come up as a suggestion. You don't know why you're doing them, but you pick them up and try to explore. We don't have now any kind of body, and so I'm just going to have in mind that this is a chef. So I'm going to exaggerate it or generalize the chef kind of thing, because, you know, if you're around food, you maybe taste a lot of food, you maybe eat a lot. So chefs, we used to say here that if you see a thin chef, then it's not good, which is absolute generalization. But that's how it is in cartooning. So I'm just going to make a large sphere. I'm just going to doodle. It doesn't matter if I make a mistake. I'm just going to make a large sphere, like a very overweight chef. He likes to eat, or she. I haven't decided what it is, he or she yet. But I mean, I would make him a he. He kind of look like a nice chef dude. So here I'm going to do some lines for the arms and another arm. And now that I stretch the arms forward, maybe this chef can carry something. And before we even have a body or anything, I'm going to put a plate on this chef. And you see, I'm just drawing one form on top of another form. And it doesn't matter when you doodle, because later, when you see this character, for the viewer who hasn't seen it before, it's going to make sense. why you did that. But even if so, now this plate looks see-through because we first drew the body, we drew the arm here, messed up, and that's how it should be. So let's have the fox have some kind of juicy food, like some, I don't know, pork here or something, whatever foxes like to cook, or whatever this chef likes to cook. Maybe some veggies. I'm going to just draw a tomato here, like that. Maybe some carrots. I'm gonna have a carrot over here, and everything can be doodled out with just a sphere. If you have seen my other videos on how to create cartoony character, or even some other of my videos here, you will know that starting with a sphere is the easiest way to find your shape, it's like a placeholder, like where your things are before you even start drawing on top of that. So I'm just going to add some patterns on this plate, maybe some small potatoes, grilled potatoes. That's basically what I'm doing now in my kitchen. Maybe that's why I got this association. I cook very, very seldom, and yeah, it's not my thing, but now I would like to have a fox chef that will cook for me. Yeah, so I'm drawing it. Why not? This is something that whatever you come up with, it is something from your subconscious, and use that every time, use it. Let's draw some letters here. Again, just draw some spheres, connect them, something that looks like letters. It doesn't have to be super complex. And now we can have his arm. Now we don't have to draw even hands, because they'll be holding the plate, and another one is here. So we have the plate, and it is holding it. Now let's have the pose. Now that we drew the round body, maybe it has an apron, like that, and we can use the sphere to find where the apron is going to be. It's going to be around the sphere to give it more volume. And now we can have the apron stretching down from here and do the legs. And the legs can be like, you can easily find the legs if you draw a stick figure, or just draw chunkier legs like that. It's never wrong. You can do small legs if you want. You can draw thicker legs if you want. When you doodle, that doesn't matter. Your character can be different. And that's the fun part with cartoony characters. They can all be different, but when you do interesting characters, you have to think of their personality. And that's what this course is here to teach you also, that personality comes before any other character traits. If you draw a character that you have thought of, like details and who these characters are, they will look interesting, even though the proportions are not on the right spots, even if they're a little bit less evolved. It doesn't matter, because the personality will draw the viewer to your character, and they will like it. So here I'm going to draw some legs, maybe some toes, and let's draw now maybe a tail. To draw a tail, again, just mark it with a line. It doesn't have to be really nice line, just mark it like that, and then the other line, drew almost following this line. You can play with the thickness, and add a pattern that usually the cartoony characters have, the pattern that from here the tail is white, and here the tail is still foxy tail. It's kind of orange, even though we're not going to put any colors. That's how you signify that they are fox, two different colors. So now we have one character here, just with the ball pen. You see all the scratches, all the drawing, the mess, but you still see a nice character. Let's continue with build up this story with a character and something else around it. I'm going to do that in the next video. I'll see you there.